Hello and welcome to another 5-minute webinar. I'm your host, Adam. Please be sure to tweet your questions and comments to hashtag 5minutes. Our presenter today is Mick Jolly. Mick, what is your big idea?
My big idea is that martial arts can help safeguard kids and adults alike against bullying, but particularly our market that we're going to talk about, or the audience that we're going to talk about today, is kids, because kids are much more susceptible due to lack of life experience or what have you. But as we talk about this, we're going to discuss real quickly how martial arts help an individual develop confidence to avoid the bullying. And that confidence comes through something we call competency, and we're going to get into that a little bit as well. So learning how to defend yourself can help develop greater sense of self-confidence, and knowing how to avoid a confrontation and dealing with it appropriately. Those things are all very, very important. But again, it goes back to that competency thing that we talked about in the previous slide. If we can get that competency through learning the physical skills that are involved in self-defense, through learning how our body moves and works, and getting it stronger and healthier through the physical movement of martial arts, all those things help us move towards a greater level of confidence. Something as simple as a backflip. A backflip may look simple. We recognize it has no place perhaps in an actual self-defense situation, but the confidence that gives an individual when they have enough strength and athletic ability to boost their body up in the air, do a backflip, land back down on their feet, that just does wonders for their psyche as far as what else they can accomplish. It means anything is possible at that point in time. They have those skills to move forward in life. And that self-confidence is something that becomes palpable. Others feel it, others sense it. When you become more confident, others recognize that. And the bullies type personalities are less likely to target you. And that part's huge. The other thing that confidence helps us to get, though, that's so important is the verbal skills. If we have the confidence, we're willing to speak up when it matters. And that doesn't mean that we're going to be aggressive. It may mean that we actually may even use humor. And then that gives them no place to go. When they punch me verbally, instead of me going, oh, you hurt me, and I'm going to run, or I'm going to get upset and retaliate, now instead, I've totally deflected it and given them no control over how I manage myself. I've demonstrated very clearly I'm in control of my emotions, and I'm in control of my physical body. And those are things that the martial arts teach that are so, so important, so that somebody does not over-escalate when it's not necessarily appropriate to do so. So again, why does it matter? Well, it says here, like, karate helps kids build the confidence, strengthen the verbal skills, teaching self-protection, and all these attributes are very, very important when confronting a bully. Now, let me tell you, the real reason why it matters is because we're not just raising kids, we're raising future adults. And they need these kinds of skills, these life skills that martial arts teach, and that we like to teach at Karate Quest in such a strong way that it will carry into their adult life. And that part's very important, because there are bullies in the classroom at college. And I'm not just talking about the classmates. I'm sometimes talking about the professors. I have seen professors that have bullied certain students for whatever reason. They targeted a student, and you look at the student and say, wow, what do you do to that professor? I've never been in this class before, never met that man before. But for whatever reason, a professor may decide to pick on a particular student in the classroom for whatever reason. Because bullies that are when they're young also become bullies when they're old. There may be bullies in the workplace. It may be a coworker, and maybe a very hostile boss. But when you can become assertive, not aggressive, but assertive, that they recognize, hey, wait a minute, this person can take care of themselves. And it doesn't matter if you're standing in front of a boardroom full of people or the classroom. When you know, when the rubber meets the road, that you can take care of yourself, you can handle yourself, but you don't have to physically, that comes across in your confidence verbally. And so there's so many other rewards, but it does matter that they develop that confidence. But again, confidence is artificial unless there's something behind it. And that what's going to be behind it is that ability for them to know that they can physically take care of themselves should they ever have to. And that will work miracles in your child's life, in that future adult's life, and it's going to give you peace of mind if you're a parent. If you're an adult like me and you're learning for the first time about some of these kind of skills, you don't have to be an adult that's trained all your life to gain confidence. It does not take a lifetime of learning to gain these kind of confidence. We see adults make these transitions, and they say, hey, I wish I'd learned this stuff as a kid. Well, you know what? Your kids can learn it today. You can learn it today. And if there's some way we can help you out in learning it today, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at karatequeststudio.com. You can call us at 360-312-4110. Look forward to serving you. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, that's all we have for today. Again, please be sure to tweet your questions and comments to hashtag 5minutes. Mick, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.